the most delicious restaurant quality pizza in a portable pizza oven. I'm just mind blown. The new Blackstone Leggero Pizza Oven, it's portable, it's a lightweight, and you can take this thing anywhere you go to make homemade pizzas, a pizza party on the road, maybe down the shore, maybe tailgating. Take it to your next Sunday family hangout. No matter whose house you're at, you can enjoy fresh made pizza with the people you love. Today we're testing out my Margherita pizza. Let's see how it does in this Leggero Pizza Oven. I cannot wait to show you, so let's get cooking. All right, you guys are gonna have to excuse me on this one because I'm having a pizza party by myself, testing out the new Leggero Pizza Oven, and I'm happy. I am so happy, and you know I'm brutally honest if I'm not. This pizza came out so delicious. I cannot wait to talk about this. The crust on the outside is crispy. The sauce, wow, it's perfect. You guys are gonna love this. So let me talk about the pizza crust. Today I decided to go with a recipe that I've been using that I found online. It's Roberta's pizza dough. I've got to get my phone out so that I can show you and share with you the exact recipe that I follow. Roberta's pizza dough comes from Brooklyn, New York, so you know it's got to be good. Now for each batch, you'll get two 12-inch pizzas, which is perfect for the Leggero Pizza Oven. I doubled it, giving me 4 12-inch pizzas, and this first one came out exactly 12 inches. So follow this to the T. And a good tip is to use a scale in your kitchen for measuring all of your ingredients to be super exact. Into a large bowl, we mix 1 cup or 2 cups, since we doubled, of 00 flour, 1 cup or 2 cups, since I doubled, of all-purpose flour. I'm using both all-purpose and 00 by King Arthur. I love their flour products for pizza. We'll mix in 8 grams or 1 teaspoon, and I've doubled that, of fine sea salt. Give that a mix just to combine that evenly, and then into a bowl we need warm water, not hot. We do not want to kill our yeast. We're going for 1 cup of water. Tap water is 100% what I recommend. And then mix in 2 grams or 3/4 teaspoon of active dry yeast. I've got 4 grams here since I doubled. To that we'll add 4 grams or 1 teaspoon. Again, I've doubled. Extra virgin olive oil. Give that a quick little mix, and then into our dry ingredients it goes. And then we just simply mix this together. You can either use your hands if you want to go totally old school, or use a wooden spoon, or even a rubber spatula. You could also use your KitchenAid mixer or any mixer that you have. I just didn't feel like getting mine all dirty, and I like using my hands when it comes to making fresh pizza dough. After about 3 minutes of mixing and kneading to incorporate all of these ingredients, we're gonna cover this with a towel, let it rest for 15 minutes, giving me enough time to go run out and take my daughter to work. And once I came back, we mix this and knead it just for a couple extra minutes. Get it down onto a floured surface and divide this by 4. If you did want to be exact, use your scale. For me, I'm just gonna cut these roughly and eyeball it. I've got 4 what I think to be equal portions. We're gonna roll these into balls. And now I've got my Blackstone dough container. I love this for storing my dough to proof overnight. We give it a quick dusting and then gently lay our balls of dough into this container. A little extra dusting over the top, then seal it up, and into the fridge this goes. I'm gonna allow this to sit for 24 hours. Even more would be better, 2-3 days. The longer you allow this to stay in that refrigerator, the better your dough is gonna be. I always end up doing this on a Wednesday or Thursday night. This way I have fresh dough for the weekend for easy lunches and dinners. And plus everyone's off, and that's when we get to really have our pizza parties around here. Now our dough has been sitting since Wednesday night. It's Friday morning. It's time to take this out. I'm gonna allow this to just hang out for an hour, maybe a little bit more. I want this to get room temperature, and it's a bit chilly outside, so it might take just a little bit longer. While that hangs out, we're gonna make our quick pizza sauce. This is so simple. You want a really good brand of San Marzano tomatoes. Look for DOP on the can of tomatoes. This will ensure that they are actually true San Marzano tomatoes from the exact region in Italy where they are grown. These come whole with a lot of extra liquid. Into a bowl they go. You can either separate your liquid now or right while you're making your pizza. I just dump everything into the bowl. Hand crushing is so important. Get these nice and smushed up with your hands. To that, a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil. Season it up with a good sea salt. Sicilian sea salt is my absolute favorite for pizza. And then a fresh large garlic clove. You could also chop it or slice it or just smash it, however it is that you like your garlic in your pizza sauce. A big chunk of basil. We're gonna just tear this off and bury it in there. This is gonna add a ton of flavor to our tomatoes. Give this a mix and I'm gonna let it just sit out. Since tomatoes do not like the refrigerator, I'm gonna let this hang out on my counter. Jump in the shower and then be back here when my dough's ready. This sauce has had some time to get all nice and delicious. And now I've got all my ingredients laid out. We have fresh basil, some good extra virgin olive oil, some fresh mozzarella cheese that we just sliced up. We've got our dough, we've got our mat laid out, which is so helpful for making pizzas so that I know exactly what size I am making. We've got some semolina flour and our perforated pizza peel. The perforated pizza peel is what you need or what you want when launching your pizza into your pizza oven. We've got to get our Leggero Pizza Oven preheating. This thing is gorgeous, and the fact that it's so super light makes my little self so happy because now I can bring pizza over to my parents or over to my sister's houses. Instead of always having everyone come here and having to do the hosting, I can bring this everywhere. We'll allow this to preheat on high heat, jump back inside where it's nice and warm, and start with one of our pizza doughs. A little dusting of semolina over this, using my scraper to help me get this off and onto our working surface, which I dusted with some semolina flour. We're gonna slowly start from the beginning, creating a crust, pushing all that air that's trapped within this dough ball towards the edges. This is gonna create that crust. You'll want to work nice and gently, making sure that you do not create any holes or breakage in your dough. You'll see some air bubbles pop up around your crust. This means you're doing it right. If you want to keep these air bubbles here because you like them like I do, just leave them, and if not, give them a little tear and pinch them back together. Our dough measured out to exactly 12 inches, so it's time to load it up with our tomatoes. Now, since I personally don't mind leaving all that liquid in with the tomatoes, to me it just helps it marinate easier with all of the salt and the garlic and basil that I added to this. Now I do need to use a slotted spoon to just make sure I don't get any of that extra liquid onto my pizza dough. All I want are these big chunks of San Marzano tomatoes spread out around my pizza, a few chunks of our fresh mozzarella cheese, a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil. We'll dust our perforated pizza peel with some of our semolina flour. This is gonna help us get this pizza right up onto here. It'll slide right on, and at the same time, a lot of that extra semolina is gonna fall right off through those holes. And the debate is always whether or not to add the basil now, before it bakes, or after, once it comes out. For me, I of course do both because I think the more the better for everything in life. Our pizza oven is set to high. Outside we go with this. Our pizza oven is blazing hot. I'm gonna open up our door, stop our stone from turning so that we can easily launch this pizza into here, turning the heat down to low. We're gonna shut the door to this Leggero Pizza Oven, keeping that heat inside. And within 2.5 minutes, it looks almost done for me. I'm letting it stay in here. I'm gonna butt my heat up to medium and allow this to keep going because I need to have some char on my pizza, even though I know it's gonna end up trickling in some comments of she burnt the pizza. It's all right. If you know, you know. This is how a lot of pizza shops around here, or I think all the good pizza shops, make pizza. Well done. It's the way to go. I've got my pizza peel ready to help me pull out this pizza, and unlike the pizza peel that we use for launching the pizza, this one is not perforated. This is what we want to remove our pizza with. And now I'm gonna pull this out. However, I would probably leave it in for another minute if I wasn't filming this, but maybe it will prevent some of the comments. Inside we go with this onto our Blackstone cutting board. A drizzle of our finishing extra virgin olive oil, extra basil leaves over the top. Time to cut into this. Underside of this is perfection, zero flop. It's crispy, it's crunchy, and well done to my liking. It's pretty incredible that with only a few simple ingredients that you might already have on hand, makes for the most delicious restaurant quality pizza in a portable pizza oven. I'm just mind blown. The tomatoes are out of this world, and it's because of the quality of the San Marzano DOP stamped tomatoes. The dough from Roberta's in Brooklyn, I found it on the New York Times, and now you guys have to try it at home and let me know what you think. I think it's a winner for sure to keep on hand, and so simple. The air bubbles in this crust are beautiful. It's light, it's crunchy, it's airy. It's absolutely perfection. I'm Blackstone Betty. Thanks for hanging out with me on Pizza Party. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna enjoy the rest of this pizza all by myself. I have zero shame that I'm eating a 12-inch pizza by myself. They do it in Italy. Yes.